drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Gets everything he has under this throw. That's complete inside the 35. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, here's Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will take possession. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Play made by Deron Payne. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They go to Barkley again. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground. As long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hurts now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They send a tight end in motion. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him will denies the first down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Finds a big lane. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. The play fake now Hurts to throw. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 13-point lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. And he opts not to bring... Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Daniels from the pistol. Connects on the crosser. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Third and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. We get the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a 1st. They give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Escapes the puck, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders make it a 1-score game before halftime. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Commanders take a timeout. They're 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him again. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Daniels to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 6 coming up here. He's got it on the bootleg. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing now, off play action. Ertz reels it in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from deep. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing off the play fake here. Rolling out to his left. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Tight end in motion left. On first down, Hurts. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Now Hurts on third and long. Completed to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Returning in from the 16. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. They give to Dobbins to start the third. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Slot man motioned over. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 30 on second down. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up first and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders start the second half with some needed points. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders bring it back to even. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Vacates quickly left side. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. Buying some time right. He's got Devontae Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. They go with Barkley here. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. All down that time by Jonathan Jones. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion. That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Getting out to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. Offense set for a first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Throw reeled in by Allen. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that. All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll run for this. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running is Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Back to throw it. Buying some time left. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Eagles holding on to a field goal lead. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Motioning one of the tight ends. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. They go to Barkley again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
They run it with Saquon. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And this one does not go far. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. The handoff, it's Barkley. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. A 4-yard pickup there, and that makes the decision even tougher now, 4th and short.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Offense staying out there, it's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Back to throw. Allen there to haul it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win.
That ultra ground music, riding